Oh my god, we still have the fucking Tears of Light. What do we
And
talk
now we
about?
begin the Tears of Light part.
What do we talk about now?
Um,
Aren't you awake yet? Audience, after we put you to sleep by bitching about a game that probably most of our audience hasn't even played, so they had nothing to get from any of it.
well,
Sorry.
here's advice to those who haven't played it. Don't.
Yeah. Unless you're just curious, like if you're morbidly curious. Aside from that, I don't recommend it.
Okay, we better stop before you bore them some more. Let's go.
Yes. Sorry. If you've never played Metroid Other M and you have no opinion, I apologize. Maybe you're entertained in our ranting, but...
Hello, glowy ball of light. I am the last of the spirit's light, consumed by twilight. Hero, chosen one of the gods.
Let me guess, you need me to collect these Tears of Light in this vial that you're gonna give me that looks like grapes. Well, fuck you,
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I had this whole speech.
If you're gonna ruin my well thought out speech, then you can just get the fuck out of my sight.
I was gonna make it sound all exciting and shit. I had all this stuff about light versus dark and like the dichotomy of that shit and everything, and you just fucking ruined it. You know, get out of here. suck my ethereal light dick, I guess. I don't have one yet, but I will later when you reform, when I reform into a full god again. Until then, my dick is entirely metaphorical, so suck it.
Haha.
Aha.
Come here. Come here. So much fun.
Yeah. Well, at least they kind of mix it up near the end of this mission, you know, with the giant...
they get like a little bug boss thing or whatever.
Yeah, so at least it's a nice I guess they gave the fetch quest the outro that it so very much needed. Yeah, I mean, as much as I rag on the Tears of Light stuff, it doesn't bother me too much. It was just kind of tedious, you know. And I would say that after this portion of the game, I would say, like, once you get the ability to transform, you know, back in, you know, once you get the Master Sword and you can turn into a wolf, you know, from wolf to human at will whenever you want, it's, I would say that's when the game is, like, at its peak.
Oh, up, get up.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I would say that's when the game got, like, really good for me, but...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
It gets really good when you get the ability to,
Yeah, does Link run faster as a wolf?
when you dash.
Okay.
Okay, how am I gonna get over that spot over there? Do I just... Ooh. Okay, then. I guess we're doing this now.
Yeah. No, it's just another thing to add.
I love how they fall.
They all seem to have landed in roughly the same spot, so I'm surprised they're not all just like lying in a heap, like just a pile of shadow beasts.
It's a great big pile of beast right there.
A great big pile of beast. Yes.
Just rip them nipples off.
No, my one weakness. They're so tender, I suppose. I guess that's the source of their power. If I don't fuck with their nipples, that shit is sacred. It's the source of their power. I need to find a way to... I know I've been putting off working on the next episode, but as soon as I get like the time and the motivation to actually work on another douchebag Link video, I need to find a way to work the nipple guy in there again.
Yeah.
I need to. Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree, you do.
I don't know if people even liked the nipple guy at all. I mean, I guess people
I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah. That was one of those things that's like where I was like kind of amusing myself. You know, I wasn't like...
I always do when I make my videos.
Oh no, I do that too, but like sometimes there's the jokes that are like, oh, that's kind of... Like there's sometimes there's like kind of the clever jokes, you know, and then there's like the stuff you're like, oh, yeah, I'm proud of this joke. But then there's the stuff that's like, ha, it's so fucking stupid. The nipple guy was like more like, that's so fucking stupid. I was giggling like an idiot while I was writing it.
Those, in my opinion, those are always the best.
For a man to possess such glorious tits and hide them from the world, be an act of blasphemy. I liked doing that with the dramatic pauses and shit.
Yeah.
I think more like dramatic speeches throughout history need some mentioning of nipples somewhere now.
Yeah.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for my beautiful nipples. There we go.
Now that is a speech I can get behind.
That's what JFK was missing. He could have gone from being good president to greatest president if that was all the whole thing was missing. That would have really brought that presidency together. Bay of Pigs invasion, not an embarrassment. It's like, okay, yeah, Bay of Pigs was a fucking failure, but hey, you know what? At least this was the guy who gave us the nipple speech, so at the end of the day, you gotta put these things on a fucking, scale, right? One against the other. And I think nipple speech definitely outweighs all that other shit. I hope I'm talking about the right historical event. I think it was the Bay of Pigs invasion that failed, right? I hope I'm not.
I'm not good with history.
Yeah. Really? You do seem to you like to talk about history a lot, though.
I do, but...
Okay, interesting.
I don't know how to put it.
Yeah. You don't have
I'm not good with history, let's put it that way.
You like history about stuff, like you like history, but you don't like go out of your way to...
Oh, that's where I need to go. Okay. Yeah, I like history, but I don't go out. I'm not very good at remembering things. I have a very bad memory, so even though I like history, I'm not liable to remember much of it.
Yeah, for me, I've always been terrible with names. I can usually remember, I'm pretty good when it comes to abstract concepts, but when it comes to, like, memorizing terms and, like, this place and these places and this year, like, I'm terrible. The only way I can ever remember that type of information is I have to figure out how it all fits together. Like, I have to know the context of the situation, and, like, if I can form, like, a web of events that all intertwine with each other, then I guess I can understand it on some abstract level. But yeah, I can't just, like, memorize, and on this event happened in this year at this time, and blah, blah, I can't do that. I don't know, do you similar in learning that way, or?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Whoops. One second.
Bump some shit.
Accidentally pulled out my headphones. The way I learn things, it just has to seem interesting to me. Sometimes it's not always interesting.
Right.
If I can find some way to be interested in it, then I'm more likely to remember it. If I'm not interested in it, most likely I don't even remember it even after I just read it.
Right.
Because my mind will wander.
I feel like that would be a lot of people. That'd be a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We get to do the same thing again.
Yay!
Woohoo! This isn't repetitive, but yeah. I mean, I also understand, like, it depends on how in depth you decide to get into a certain subject too. Because if you're just learning like the basic stuff, that can be pretty fucking boring.
Right.
Even though you kind of need to understand the basics to, like, move on to, like, like, I like studying psychology. I like actually learning all and I love getting into, like, the biological aspect of it too, like understanding the functions of, like, various neurotransmitters and shit like that. But, like, the stuff you have to go through, like the general psychology courses and shit you have to go to get to that point before you actually start getting more in depth, can be pretty fucking dull. So, yeah, it can be kind of a grind. But I think if you get far enough in a particular subject, then you'll start to be interested. But, like, there's kind of a, but, like, yeah, early on, like, there's so much when you're doing all the grind work, Yeah.
Yeah,
that stuff can be really dry and dull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't think I actually gave a shit about, like, I don't think I actually gave a shit about, like, biology at all until very recently, and that's... I don't even remember, I don't even know why I give a shit about biology at this point, but... I don't know, I guess I have... I guess opinions change.
Yep.
What can really be said about this? Like, we're doing the exact same thing a second time. I don't know what... I don't know what...
No. Okay. Don't really need that on anymore because there's no more bugs.
And maybe we should have had a guess. Damn it. Are there no checkpoints?
No, we're not doing it again. We already got all the bugs in there, and we can just warp to the top, so...
Okay. Oh, thank fucking Lord. Okay.
See that, Xana? I'm thinking. What the... Where?
Huh? What do you want? Oh. Oh, that's not the fun way, though.
Shut up, Midna. What'd you call me, bitch?
I said bitch, but I said it like a fat man. For some reason. But when you pronounce the B words like this, like that kind of fat man. I've never met a man who talked like that, but...
Neither have I.
Yeah. But, like, somebody came up, like, with the archetype of that person as, like, a form of parody, so that had to come from somewhere. I've never...
There's one in here.
Never met a guy who talked like this, who was so fat that... Like, it sounded like their cheeks were the size of like they had squirrel cheeks or something. Like, they were that bulbousy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right adjective. I'm just reaching out there and hoping I hit the right words. What are you looking for exactly? Oh, is there a...
There should be a bug or something somewhere.
Oh. Hmm.
It shows the light right there, so...
Is there maybe it's underground somewhere? Maybe it's, like, hiding under the...
I'm sure some people think it's so obvious.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure.
Fuck you, people.
I'm sure they're gonna point that out in the comments section, even though it's useless to do that because we record a lot of these in advance. So,
yeah.
Honestly, look, I actually don't care about people like criticizing our gameplay or whatever. I don't actually give a shit. But what I think is funny, like if you think we could do better, whatever, let us know. I don't give a shit. But like, the stuff I find funny though, or the stuff I find stupid, are like the people who get genuinely irritated by the fact that we're not good at a video game. Like, the people who are like, oh my god! Like, I think one person was like, I almost threw my phone across the room because of how bad you guys were playing, and I think I actually responded to them like, wow, it's good to know that our audience is composed of such mature, well-adjusted human beings. You know, the kind of people who would throw a phone across a fucking room because some guys didn't play a video game to your satisfaction, you know? Again, if you want to criticize our gameplay, that's fine, but, like, it's the... what I don't get is the actual, like, frustration, you know what I'm saying? Like...
Yeah.
Because whenever I see people who are, like... I guess these people who do that are children, because I can't imagine, like, somebody who's, like, you know, 20, like, because I'm 22, I don't give a shit whether or not people are good at video games at this point in my life. Like, yeah, I mean, I kind of cared when I was, like, younger, but, like... You know, I got other shit going on. Right, I mean, like, being good or bad at video games is, like, really... Like, being good at video games is really low on my list of, you know, priorities. In terms of things that, like, piss me off, you know? So, I guess I don't understand it. But, I don't know, maybe... There's a lot of things I did as a teenager or a kid that I find obnoxious today, so, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's easy for me to criticize, but... Although I would like to give our audience enough credit that if the people who are like, getting upset... Or, you know, maybe I'm just overthinking, like, hyperbolic YouTube comments, because again, it is YouTube comments, so they're probably just being hyperbolic. But sometimes, you know, it's hard to tell if someone's like, it's sometimes facetiousness doesn't always transfer through written word, you know?
Yeah.
So, but no, if you're genuinely upset by us being bad at video games, please grow up just a little bit, you know? Like, think about the things that are important in your life, and then hopefully you're
and realize it's not all about video games.
Yeah.
And then realize that it really is.
Well, for me, I mean, video games matter to me, but only because, like,
they're a great form of entertainment.
Right. When I play video games, I'm doing it to enjoy myself and not get, like, here's the thing. Like, if I'm playing video, like, I'm watching you play, but, like, this is the kind of thing I would do with, you know, any of my other friends, where, like, we'd hang out and, like, play a game or something, you know? And I couldn't imagine ever, like, if I was, like, playing a game and you were watching me and then you started being like, oh my god, you fucking, give me the controller! Like, I'd be like, fuck you, and, like, I'd leave your house because you're being a dick, you know? I wouldn't want to hang out with you.
Right.
You know? Like I said, if you think if our gameplay is actually, like, so bad that it's interfering with your enjoyment, it's okay to point that out. I want to clarify, we're open to criticism, but, like, if you're genuinely upset, then we're not going to take you seriously because we think you're immature and stupid. I think that about sums that. I don't know.
Yeah, so that sums it up pretty well.
Mini rant. But,
get up there.
I guess I'm, I must come off as a very pleasant person.
Indeed.
Yes. Oh my god, you're still collecting the Tears of Light.